Harrington comes away with it and moves it behind the net with $1.55 left in period one, tied at 1. Up the right wing, picking it away from a couple of wild defenders.
Puck stolen by Mays. Now here comes Van Olm down the left side. Van Olm centering pass out front. Shot and score! Berkly Catton with a one-timer between the circles, and it's 3-0 Cheifs with 2:29 to go in the first.
Catton wastes no time getting that shot off. Just a quick flick of the wrist, and he buries it low. Maybe goes 5-hole on kicking it, but the play by Van Olm. Out.
Welcome back, everyone. Cheifs a 3-1 lead as Catton carries the puck in the offensive zone. Van Olm open left side, shoots and scores! Van Olm, top shelf, and Spokane with a 4-1. Season at the Everett tournament, Cheifs were able to come away with a win as it comes to Crampton right side, back to Catton. Catton coming back towards the point. Turns, fires it on net, tip out front, a shot, stamped it to Van Olm, touch off to Martin. Martin with it to Crampton, back to Catton. Catton left side, fires a shot, blocked, comes back to Catton out front. Van Olm shoots and scores! Van Olm between the circles, and Spokane their third power play.
Came into being last season, so it wouldn't have mattered. Here's Catton with room up the near wing, moving in, shot, scores! Berkly Catton given way too much room coming into the blade's end. He's got a great shot, and he uses it to beat Evan Gardner high to the glove side.
Let's get in front. Now in front of the net, backhander Ekstrom, he scores, sneaks it underneath the blocker of Kelton Pine, and Spokane has tied it up. In over the Regina line, Catton, nice pass to Van Olm, backhander scores. What a beautiful pass by Berkly Catton as he sets up Shane Van Olm with a short
puck. Finds the blade of Catton, that shot, and he scores. Berkly Catton off the right wall, zipping it past Dimitri Fortin, and Spokane adds to their lead.
Outweighed Van Olm, a long lead feed batted down by Catton. At the right circle, Catton throws it across, big rebound, score! That was the start the Cheifs needed. Catton with good patience to feed it across to Ekstrom, and just 21 seconds into the second period, the Wheat Kings see their lead shrink to 2. Pardon me. Preston to the far side finds Catton. Catton trying to waltz in at the left circle, but the shot steered away by Bjarnason. Catton feeds it back out front, scores! Catton up to his setup tricks again. This time he's setting up Harrington point blank, and just like that, the Cheifs are within 1. Well, get it to center. Ellick knocks it past Weinstein, no further. Catton takes back over the line. Catton drives the middle, hands it off to Worthington for a shot, scores! Harrington with a bullet, set up again by Catton, who has...
To Catton. Ekstrom, open right side, snaps a shot and scores! Rasmus Ekstrom wins it in over. And it's taken there by Harrington, pulls ahead to Catton. Catton's breaking away. Here comes Catton on the breakaway. Shoots and scores! Berkly Catton, shorthanded, and Spokane has tied this game at 1. Crampton going to shoot it wide, comes out front, a shot, and a score! Berkly Catton, the wizard, as he takes it out of midair and plants it under the bar, and Spokane with a 2-1 lead. My goodness, the hand-eye on that play was off the to it in the corner, knocks down Thompson as Ekstrom with it. Van Olm leaves it over to Catton, back out Mays, fires a shot, scores! Nathan Mays through a screen net front, and Spokane has tied this game. Here comes Catton, over to Van Olm left side, back to Catton. Out it goes to Crampton, over to Catton. Catton left circle, Van Olm out front, a shot, score! Owen Martin out front as Van Olm fed it net front, and Spokane with a 3-2 lead.
The period, Max Curran off for holding, and the Cheifs, who have had a great start to this second period, chance to try and take advantage of the power play. They win the faceoff in the American zone. Here's Berkly Catton down to the goal line, quick centering pass, and they score. Shea Van Olm picks up goal number 13 on the season, and just 7 seconds into the power play, Spokane has cut it to a 2-1 game. Could almost feel it coming with the way Spokane has started this second period.
Now Catton out to the point to Crampton. His shot scores! See if that was tipped. Nope, it won't be. Crampton going to get his second of the period as the Cheifs on the power play have retaken the lead 3-2 with 8:01 left in this second period. With it, left corner. Catton coming up the wall to Ekstrom. Ekstrom looking to go cross ice. Open as McIsaac shoots and scores! Will McIsaac wide open on the weak side, and Spokane with a 5-3 lead, 13-16 left in the...
Same hometown as the head coach of the Cheifs, Humboldt, Saskatchewan. Here's the Cheifs' Berkly Catton working and pulls and fires and scores. That's what Berkly Catton can do. Quick release, and the Cheifs open the scoring, and the Blazers have given up the first goal now in 6 of their last 7. Now this happens just 3:23 into the first period.
Now pass on right wing. Berkly Catton, he'll charge forward with great speed. Cuts wide on Price. Here's the chance. Here's the shot. He'll score. Great speed by Berkly Catton. Man, he was able to work his way past Caden Price, who's a very good skater in his own right. That just shows the great speed that Catton... Waiting and holding his Sarkanoff to the blue line. A wrist shot. They score! Deflected in front. Berkly Catton gets a piece. His second of the game. His 9th of the season. And again, no shot's a bad shot. Again, an attempt from the blue line from long distance. It didn't have a lot of velocity on it, but Catton able to deflect.
Back out it goes to Van Olm, over to Crampton, back over to Van Olm, over to Ekstrom. Ekstrom shoots and scores! Rasmus Ekstrom from the right circle. And the Cheifs break through with a power play goal, and they lead it 1-0. It's down on the end wall. Van Olm, Catton, and Harris up front. Comes out to Sather, shot on net, rebound, and a score! Shea Van Olm!
Crampton left side for Catton. Back to Ekstrom, who'll move in, top of the right circle, trying to go around Leslie. A pass in front, whacking away, Van Olm. No, he thinks he's scored, but the referee has not signaled goal. One of 5 alternate captains for Spokane. Ekstrom gets it top of the right circle and scores.
Watch where this puck ends up, folks.
This was very... Zimmer breaks it up in the corner. Now Van Olm, though, comes away with it up high. It comes to Shetler. Catton, a one-timer. He scores. Berkly Catton ripped that one glove side to the back of the nets. The 8th overall pick by the Seattle Kraken has his 10th of the year. Chiefs lead 4-1.
Weiss lost his balance. Preston out front for Catton. Backhanded, shoots and scores! Berkly Catton from Mathis Preston has even this game at 1. Settles down the puck. Back it goes to Crampton. Back it goes to Catton. Left circle out front. Redmond out front, shoots and scores! Smith Redmond able to stuff it in. Driving the goal line behind the net, comes left side out front for Sarkanoff, right through his skates to McIsaac out front, a shot and a score! Assanali Sarkanoff out front with the tip, and the Chiefs. Back to Catton. Catton looking out front. Shetler with it, throws it off the goaltender and in! Owen Shetler from below the goal line threw it off the back of Schlager, and the Chiefs lead it. Blue center ice, here comes Catton with it. Catton down the left side. Catton throws it on net and he scores! Oh, what a shot! Berkly Catton from the left wing, top far corner, and Spokane a 6-4 lead, 10:33 left in the third.
to center with Kalen Jodry. 8:40 left in the first period. The pace quickening with a 1-0 Wild lead. Sent toward the net. Save, rebound, they score on the second. Toward the blue line. Played across. Catton in over the line. Catton looking to feed it back door. One-timer, they score. It's Ekstrom. A takeaway in the offensive end for the Wild. Fouled him up at the blue line. Quick redirect pass. Van Olm over 2-on-1. Wrist shot, and they score. Van Olm with a hat trick, a rush. First visit ever for the Lethbridge Hurricanes here to the Wolves' Den. Wild went out there in November last season. Sauced across for Catton. Sent it back door. One-timer from the circle, and Crystal hammers it home and scores. With the warning from his goaltender, down to 2, down to 1. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning power play is over as Weinstein races off to the bench. McMillan, his shot, pinballs away. Stepping onto the ice is Crystal. Rink-wide toss, goes to Catton. In front, one-timer, they score. It's Shea Van Olm. Backdoor bang in. Looks to hand it off, feeds it back for Crystal. Crystal fading into a shot, sends it back door, looking for a tap in, they get it. And the Chiefs score. Van Olm was right at the goal line, and he snuck behind to corral, and a couple of those rebounds have been especially long ones as well. Those are tough to make something happen on. To be fair, Catton in front, slips it through, he scores. A shake to the right and a wrist shot from the left, and he sneaks one through Brendan G with 8:28 left in the second. Crystal, top of the zone, sends it through the circle, back for Crystal, he scores. So that will wipe away the rest of the penalty time to Mannix. It'll be a 5-on-3 power play goal. Catton thrown into the hash mark boards with Friesen, and the Wild able to sling it out to center. Mays works it for Crampton. Sneaking pass goes to Crystal. Looks for a shot. Glove side, he scores. Low along the ice.
Here's the shot. Stonsel save. Another chance. Cheechuk, he'll load and fire. Over the top wide. He had all day. Oh, now lead feed. Crystal on side skates. In. He'll score. Andrew Crystal able to accept a puck. He cheated back behind the Rocket D. Accepted a puck right at the Kelowna blue line. Skated in. Scored his 30th goal of this season. And it's technically career goal number 91 in this building. But again, you see it many times in hockey. One tremendous chance. Cheat check in. Rotate to the blue line. Looks in. Trailer. Crystal. Catton a shot. They score. Nice passing play. Two elite players able to just send it to one another. They make it look easy for Berkly Catton, his 16th goal. He'll try to move it off the wall. Can't clear. Stapled up it by Crystal. One by Catton. He'll skate in. A shot. He'll score. He goes top shelf, piping in. And so Catton will get his second goal of the game. It'll be goal number 17 for him. And now Catton again to the blue line, rotating in, left face-off dot. He'll fire and he'll score. That's the hat trick for Berkly Catton. And that makes it a 10-0 hockey game. And that's a power play goal, so the Chiefs likely will end the night.
Goes to Crampton. Crampton throws it on net. It's blocked. Comes to Catton in the right corner. Catton moving into the circle. Snaps a shot, and he scores! Berkly Catton at Spokane, a 3-0. Three into the circle. Catton throws it out front. Comes over to Van Olm. Out it goes to Crystal, top of the right circle. To the point to Crampton. Now Catton with it. Left circle, snaps a shot. Rebound out front, and a score! Shea Van Olm! Leaves it back, and now intercepted by Van Olm. Looking for Catton. Back over to Crystal. Back over to Catton. He shoots and scores! Oh, what passing there between Catton and Crystal as Spokane out to a 1-0 lead. Crampton going to send it down the wall. Catton gets to it, out to Crystal, right circle, throws it out front, puck loose. Ekstrom couldn't find it, now he gets it and he scores! Ekstrom once, twice, and it pays off. And the Chiefs will power. Fight for the puck, and it's Crystal with it. Crystal going to skate through the neutral zone. Nifty move, goes to Catton, back over right side. And it comes over to Van Olm, who shoots and scores! Puck up the right side. Crampton keeps it in, gets it to Van Olm. He's open between circles. Over to Catton, who shoots and scores! Berkly Catton with 10:58 left. and Spokane with a 2-0 lead here in the second. Stick of Cowan came free, and now Catton's going to have to skate it out. Catton up ice, Catton coming free, Catton right circle out front, shoots and scores! Berkly Catton, a wizard with the puck, as he makes it 4-1 Spokane with 7:35 left here in the third.
To the far wall, escaping is Catton, joined by Van Olm. And Catton looping back into his own end. Moving to his right for Crystal, facilitating Catton's entry, breezes by Jamison. Catton out in front, kicked at by Van Olm, they score. Shea Van Olm redirects it in with his skate, and the Cheifs lead it 2-0. McIsaac hands it in front, Catton scores, double digits for the Spokane Cheifs. Berkly Catton tucks it home, it's 10-3.
As the Cheifs have to wait to tag up, and they do. They're onside. Catton will leave for Martin, right circle, and now he'll drop the Crystal. Up to Catton, high slot, holding onto it. Back to Crystal, he will score. Or is it Van Olms? It doesn't matter. Essler, again, the goaltender is out. 6-on-5. Giants looking for the equalizer. They trail by 1. Poke free by Van Olm and past Leslie. They're going to have an empty net. Catton across a breakaway for Crystal. He will score. Loose. He got a chance, and it'll come free to Van Olm, and he will do the rest. 10 seconds to go. Crystal from center, and he missed the empty net. Van Olm now backhands it. He will score.
Shot out, and Van Olm with the steal. Van Olm with the shot. Save. Rebound to Crystal. Crystal holds out front. A shot and a score. Crystal to Catton out front, and Catton snipes it. And the Cheifs with a 2-0 lead with 8:42 left to go in this.
Jan to the corner, right of the T-Bird net. Murdka looking for help from Coots to work that puck loose. It comes sliding out in front, dumped in the crease, a shot and a save made. Nope, it got through the pads and in the back of the net. Ratzlaff thought he had it.
Shetler shoots it ahead for Van Olm. Leaves for Catton. Catton crossed the blue line. Catton shot from the left side. A save. No, a goal as Catton will get the hat trick as he fires it through Ratzlaff with 9:50. Sarkanoff robbed though by Malinowski. Puck ahead. Catton now moving in. Catton gets around his man. Comes in. Shoots and scores. Berkly Catton. The Wizard strikes again. And Spokane with a 7-1 lead. 16:42 left to go in the third. And Crystal back out to Catton. Goes over to Sather. Sather out front. Crystal, a shot and a score. Oh, what a feed from Rhett Sather as Crystal wide open net.
Hockey play from here.
As the puck comes out left side to Crystal. Chiefs on the Avista power play. Every power play goal, $25 to Project Share. As a shot from Catton from the right side is a bullet. And Spokane is Towski behind him, and now Spokane with it. Crystal ahead. Van Olm goes to Catton. Catton coming free out front, shoots and scores! Berkly Catton, and Spokane within 4-2 with 2. Finds Van Olm. Van Olm looking for Catton, bouncing puck. Catton puts it back to the blue line. Crampton is there, puts it on net, it goes in! Oh, Crampton with a shot from the blue. Up the right side, Martin fires it out front, a tip and a score! Berkly Catton on a beautiful feed from Owen Martin, the captain with his 30th of the year, and Spokane with a 1-0 lead. Power play goal for Spokane. Catton with it. Catton holds, comes out front, out, Van Olm shoots and scores! Shea Van Olm with 2:08 left in overtime.
Turn and go up to the blue line for Crampton. Crampton now, Catton across, Crystal, one-timer scores. There's that power play at work. Andrew Crystal makes quick work. Ahead on left wing, Sloan couldn't find it. Chiefs with numbers the other way. Catton on right wing, stops and turns. He'll find Crystal, who scores. Second of the game for Andrew Crystal. Berkly Catton is there. He stumbles. That allows Curran to get the puck, and he gave it away at the blue line to McIsaac, right point. Across now, Weinstein down to Crystal, looking rink wide. Berkly Catton scores. Turnover ends up in the back of the net. 2:24 to go, and it's a one-goal game.
Yeah, and it was about time.
Stopped by Mateka. Rebound cleared around the boards to the blue line. Across to Crystal. Under a minute to go in the game. 6-on-5 for Spokane. Crystal to the blue line. Crampton. One-timer scores! Braden
Crampton, left side to Catton. Point to Crampton, over to Catton. Catton left circle. Puck out front to Van Olm, who shoots and scores! Shea Van Olm is league leading 43rd of the season. The puck cleared to the blue line. Sloan now back up. Catton with it left circle. Catton back out to Crampton. Crampton fires a shot and he scores!
He would definitely help. Chiefs on the puck. Crystal half wall. Crystal into the middle has a man. Catton stop point blank range. Good save. Rebound in front. They score. It's Crystal getting the pass from Catton. They stuck with it. Edmonstone makes a big save.
And Braden Crampton with it as he touches it. Gets it to Berkly Catton. Top line on the ice for the Chiefs. Catton trying to chase it down from Crystal. Gets to the front of the net. Give back. Shea Van Olm. He scores! In to get the rest of the change for Tri-City. With speed now, Berkly Catton coming down the right side in the slot, getting to the net. He shoots, save Mateka. Crystal, though, trying to bake it, and he does! From behind the net, Andrew Crystal. Was Van Olm there, Catton getting it to Crystal. Crystal getting it back to Weinstein. The center on the right point now, deep in the corner. Catton looping it to Crystal, who comes right back out front. Puck available in the crease. And was there a goal? I think there was. Yes, it's a goal. Berkly Catton got it in. It came right back out. Crystal right at the blue line. Chiefs onside. Crystal right circle. Left it. Brown able to get a piece. Crystal again. Right out in front. Owen Martin scores. Second goal of the game for Owen Martin. 7-3 Spokane with 6:03 to play in the second.
Wow.
The Chiefs win the face-off, but the puck goes off the stick of Andrew Crystal. Again, the top line out on the ice for the Chiefs. Catton on the near boards. Crystal able to help. Gets it to Catton, right circle. Catton a deke. Tries a couple times. He scores! Berkly Catton at the near post.
Didn't get a lot on it. Spokane looks to start ahead. Catton with Crystal, 2-on-2 over the line. He's got Weinstein joining. Catton shoulder down, drives to the goal and scores. Oh my, what a goal by Berkly Catton. The Spokane captain does it again. His 33rd of the year, ties the game at 1. Shoulder down, drive.
Shetler again, now it's Catton. Here's the 18-year-old fired across Van Olm. Crystal shoots, scores! Shea Van Olm. Thompson, far side. Crystal centers, Catton shot, knocked down, right pad, rebound, scored! Shea Van Olm.
Over to Crystal, moves out to the point. He'll skate himself to the left circle. Crystal back out to Crampton at the point. Crampton, a shot that goes wide, and the rebound to Catton, who shoots and scores! Berkly Catton on the rebound with 5:35 left. And smooth it across the blue line. Over the left side. Crystal out front. A shot and a score! Crystal to Catton. And Spokane within 1 at 3-2 with 8:06 left in the second. Catton with it now with speed up the right side. Catton leaves it back for Crampton. Crampton comes in. Crystal left side. Catton back to Crystal. Fires a shot and scores! Andrew Crystal with loose puck picked up by Seattle out to center ice. McIsaac breaks it up. Now Catton will get it back, and here comes Crystal 2-on-1 with Park. Crystal snaps a shot and he scores! Andrew Crystal, number 48, and Spokane with a 4-3 lead.
Preston lost the puck. That's the most gassed I've seen Cameron Schmidt. He usually has a bunch of energy late in the shift. He is completely out of gas.
And now he will get off. It comes in front for Catton. Rebound loose. They score. Oh, a lucky goal for the Chiefs. It's Crystal hopping on. Now Catton moving in, and he'll snap it over the net from a bad angle. McIsaac right point down for Catton. Chiefs with pressure here from the high slot. Stopped by Hood. He doesn't have a stick. Loose in front, and they score. Van Olm got on the rebound. He has his first of the playoffs, and it's 3-0. The left circle and a blocker save from Smith. They're on it again. The offense continues as Catton got it up to Crampton at the blue line as wrist shot missed, and now Catton a chance. And does it squeak through? Yes, it does. There is Catton's first career playoff goal as it banked off. Giants have to tag up. Schmidt is forced back to center. Thorpe ran into his own man and fell. Catton has the empty net. That'll do it. He scores. As the Chiefs barely sneak.
Dishes back to Catton, back over to Crystal. Crystal coming in, left circle, snaps a shot, and he scores! And Drew Crystal back in the house. And Spokane has tied this game at 1. It's a scramble for the puck in the corner. Van Olm is there to Catton, open as Crystal shoots and scores! And Drew Crystal back to Crystal. Crystal back to Catton. Catton got it out to Crampton. Crampton back over to Crystal. Crystal open, shoots and scores! Get the hats, folks! AC is third of the night. Moving to the point to Crystal. Back over to Catton. Back to Crystal. Shoots and scores! And Drew Crystal on the power play. And Spokane has tied this game at 1 with Hawks. Giants turn it over. Crystal out front to Catton. Catton comes over, shoots and scores! Oh, a turnover by the Giants cost them big time as Catton taking that Crystal feed and fires home his third of the playoffs. And we're tied at 2 with 9:02 left in the first. Left wall, it's Catton there, over to Crystal out front, Van Olm shoots and scores! Catton on the left side, out to the blue line, Weinstein with a shot, save out front, the rebound, score! Shea Van Olm, and Spokane a 5-2 lead with 18:29 left in the breakaway. Crystal to Catton, back to Crystal, who shoots and scores! No chance for Brady Smith. Catton and Crystal with a clinic, and Spokane with an 8-8. And Spokane now with a 9-4 lead. So the Giants gambling. Trying to find Catton, it's knocked free out at center ice. Crystal got it across the blue line and now makes a steal. Leaves it back, Catton open, back over to Crystal. Crystal shot, and a score! Back to Shetler at the blue line. Left side Van Olm. Crystal, right circle. Goal line to Catton. Crystal holding, back out front. Ekstrom's open, snap the shot, he scores! Ross! Out to Mays, slap shot, he scores! Nathan Mays tees it up. Van Olm with the screen out front, and Spokane now down 3-1, 28.1 left in the second.
Got a one-timer off from the point. Goalie's not set, and the screen, and this starts with Catton shooting the puck.
Crystal, touch pass for Catton. Catton will work in one-on-one. Shot goes wide off the end boards on the deflection by Kipke. Out in front, saved by Kraus. Rebound. Crystal, shot saved by Kraus, and it bounces in. On another crazy bouncing play, Crystal has his second. Takes it down low. Kipke trying to strip, but it's going to be knocked away. Up top, Crampton. Shot. Tip play. Saved by Kraus. Rebound. They score. Royals not able to get it out of their own end. Dropped it back. Picking up speed is Catton. Left-hand side will shovel it for Van Olm. Skate to stick. Down low across. One-timer, and they score. As Ekstrom actually just picks it up on the wrister. And stop back onto the bench. As Miskey will send it off the glass. Weinstein corrals. Walking is Crystal, the back in, back across, shot, and they score. It's Catton on the back door. By Kraus, and Moore's going to chase after, will throw Catton towards the boards, but it's kept in. Crystal lost it to Van Olm, backhand. We'll take it around, trying to feed it out in front, they score.
Blocked in front of Dawson Cowan.
One back by the Chiefs, able to hold the line is Crampton. Turns, shot, then they score off the point in the next minute or so. For Cowan to race up, but here comes Catton, shot, scores.
You can't give the captain that.
Comes Catton back over to Crystal, right side. Crystal looking, back out, opens Weinstein, fires a shot, and it goes in! Back out, Van Olm a shot, save, and the puck loose in behind, comes out to Catton, back over to Crystal, he shoots and scores! Andrew Crystal wins it in double overtime!
Around by Catton, ahead for Van Olm, breaks it into neutral ice. Coming from left to right, back over to Crystal. Now left side, Catton open. Catton out front, shoots and scores! Berkly Catton under the bar, 34 seconds in, and Spokane has jumped out to a 1-0 in the net. Peshnika there. Now Catton takes it away. Catton out front, open is Aremba, shoots and scores! Sammy Aremba! 17-6. Catton back out to the blue line. Crystal one times it, shoots and scores! Oh, quick strike from the top line. Left side, kept in there by Weinstein. It's Catton behind the net out front. Crystal open, he shoots and scores! Oh, what brilliant passing and execution as Catton finds Crystal with 3 seconds left on the power.
Extra missed the glove hand of Stabatek, and then the Hawks couldn't get that one up the ice, so the Chiefs take control. Left wing, Crampton, back shot, scored! Banked in, Andrew Crystal extends a goal-scoring streak on a tic-tac-toe play. It's his 18th of the
Tigers penalty killers.
We just continue to keep saying Mennigan all night. He's been a rock back there for them tonight.
26 for Mennigan. As the Chiefs get in with another chance and score! It's a little backhand tuck job by Berkly Catton, and the Chiefs.
Center, Van Olm skates onto it down the right wing wall, drops back for Catton in the slot. Catton takes it on the backhand, passes across, they score! Berkly Catton ties the game at 1, 6:50 into the first. Catton walks the blue line, flips it into the right wing corner for Crystal. That's out of his reach, taken away. Van Olm shoots, he scores! Past the shoulder of Harrison Mennigan and in. Shea Van Olm makes it a 4-1 Chief wide. Puck in the right corner, recovered by Ryder Ritchie. Catton out of the box. He's going to skate onto a loose puck. It's a breakaway Berkly Catton. Catton in alone, scores! 6-2 Chief advantage. Catton with his second of the night.
And now Ekstrom down there trying to keep the puck alive, does so. Catton going to feed it out to Crystal. Crystal moving in. Van Olm a shot, they score! Shea Van Olm with a laser from the right side.